Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Paterson. I'm here in London in my weird hotel room. So sorry if the lighting and everything is a bit wrong, but I thought, seeing as how we're in London filming a course, I would bring a come design with you on the road in London. People may think I live in like the London area. I don't. I live quite far away from London. I saw one of you called Tom here at the train station. Very nice to meet you, Tom. Thank you. But today we're going to be going through the Come Design With Me logo design and branding submissions. That means that I'm going to be taking a look at the submissions this week. Some of them are resubmissions of people that have been in earlier videos and they're resubmitting their work, and I just want to show them on the channel. Some of them are brand new submissions and we're going to be going through them all today. If you don't know what Come Design With Me is, it's basically a challenge where you guys take the brief that I've set, you design a logo and a brand system, and basically give it to me to put on a video. If you win by the voting cards in YouTube, there's like a voting card somewhere up here, I think it's up here, then you are into the final where you could be in the chance of winning a $200 Amazon gift card voucher. Pretty cool. This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website maker where you can make, portfolios, blogs, e-commerce shops. You can make literally anything on Squarespace. It's super simple to do as well. It doesn't take a web design genius and it's relatively inexpensive for what it is. It is actually really affordable. I've been using Squarespace for a while to show off my work in a portfolio, but also to sell my Procreate brushes and to basically get clients. People come there and then send an email in so clients can find me and I can work with them. If you'd like 10% off Squarespace and to try it for a few days, click that link down below. When you do, it actually helps me and supports the channel, which I am always appreciative. I always appreciate it, thank you. Okay, so the first submission of today is from Dan from Square Eyes Creative, and he has given us a lot of work. So much so that I can't actually show you all of it, but I will link it down below if I get permission off of him to post it online. So first off, you've got this brand identity, the project strategy, the logo and business branding right here, and it's in a cool PDF format. And you've gone all out on this, dude. You've done so well. So you basically go through this. So basically all the way down, you've got what is a brand, who your industry is, and it's for someone who's at Payzeal who won't know anything about branding. So you've gone every sort of avenue with this to make sure that they understand. So for anyone who doesn't know what Dan is doing here is he's showing Payzeal, the actual company, what it takes to make a brand. Stuff like this actually helps companies see what you're doing and to have a bit of an insight into how you worked out what you're working out. And this is a really great way of presenting a brand to a company like Payzeal who are rebranding. So here we go, you've got the competition overview here. So you've gone through the competition, which is a really clever way of showing the company how you're different. So let's go through this. Culture, tone, typography, style, you've got everything in there. PayPal, so in the shape it says this, for example, the company has opted for smoother icon edges and rounded buttons using circles within their branding where possible to accentuate their friendly brand. So you're showing Payzeal, me, that you've done your research into these other companies, that when I've told you that PayPal could be a competitor to Payzeal, then you've done your research, and that means that I feel a lot better about it. And that's how most clients feel when you present it in this way. Even Wilma could understand this. So your attributes, so these are attributes that shape your business or project. So you've taken the attributes from the brief that I've given, which is a very clever thing to do, and put them in here so people understand, especially from the company. We're just going to keep going down. Your identity, Payzeal, provides simple and transparent online payment services to modernistic and ambitious customers in a reliable environment that uses innovative and progressive ideas in a passionate and committed way, helping them to feel reassured that their payment has been successfully and securely received. Now, very clever again, Dan, because not only that, you've gone in to all these words that you're using here. These words are huge for presenting an idea to a corporate brand. This is a very professional way of doing it. You've chosen all these words here so they understand that this is their values of their brand, and you've done a really good job here. So you've gone through color options, shape and typography options. Again, this will be linked down below. And then we've got other PDFs here from you. So this is the logo presentation. So we've got the reliability, simplicity, and everything on there. Paziel, concept explorations. Now this is where it gets interesting. So you got Paziel there, Paziel here, logo analysis, and this is where you analyze them. And this is the one that I guess you've chosen, the Paziel one here. Now let's have a look. Hidden letter in the negative space. Z also offers differentiation from primary competitors, PayPal, P, and offers unique branding opportunities. So we've got a Z inside of this logo. This is really ridiculously clever. You've spent a long time on this. Oh wow. I think this is actually the best one I've seen yet. Not just because of the presentation, also that helps, but because the Z is in the icon, which is huge, and you've done such a clever job showing how it's a transfer that's going on. Rounded edges show friendliness and adds a modernistic quality. Arrows represents transferring of money, and triangle shape signifies reliability, energy, and dynamicism. I'm so dyslexic, people. The one thing that I would say, Dan, though, with this is I like what you mean about the rounded corners, but I think companies are going away from that now. A lot of people prefer to have sharp corners now, or places where there can't be really any rounded or sharp corners. People just like simplicity, and when you add rounded corners, it's more for the eye to process and the brain to see, or the other way around. So I would suggest maybe having an option in here where you have just the flat, sharp corners. Full color version, let's have a look. You've gone for a blue. Can I just say you've done such a good job here with the typeface all the way to the icon. Easy peasy, Paziel. I like that. That's cool. You've chosen branding colors. Here's the app icon. I like the app icon too. You've done a good job here, man. Your presentation skills are on point. And you've shown the advertising of what it could be for advertising to different companies. Brand pattern, it works great. So you've used Yasser Hassan's bold, which is good. So I like your typeface, it looks good. I like it a lot. I think you've rounded some corners of the typeface that you've used, and I prefer to see less rounded corners in your logo that you've got going on right here. Overall, Dan, it's amazing and crazy amount of work that you've put into this. You know, well done, dude. I'm actually really happy that you've done this, because you're showing people around the world that you're not scared to actually put like new ideas into something and resubmit. Guys, if you want to vote for Dan, go up to one of the voting cards up here and you can vote for him to win in this video, where he'll go straight into the finals like that. Well done, Dan. This next submission is from Yasser Hassan, and it's taken a while for him to get this submission in. So here's the step-by-step illustration. So we've got P, Z, P, and you're trying to create something here. I can see where you're going here, and you keep going and you keep going, and you've sort of finalized it at this point here with a few different things in there. Option 2, you've got here with a weird looking line work, and then it gets more and more simplistic as we go. And you've done a good job here. So you've got to be careful for this P here, because it's not actually centered in there. It's mathematically centered, but it's not centered in the circle. So you've got to eyeball that. And by that, I mean, you could easily just bring that in like so. And that's more centered. And you've got loads of different ones, and you've got your preferred version here, which is very good and very nice. I prefer this one overall. You've got the P and the Z in there. Kind of looks like PayPal though. You've got to be very careful with this, because we're trying to look for something a bit different to PayPal, but I like the look of it. So we're going to go down here, and you've got Paziel there. Now I can see you're trying to be different with the Y, but don't do that. Don't mess with the Y. I think it's better when you just keep it as the actual typeface itself. I like all your colors choices that you've got going on here, especially in the icon set. Looks very cool. Maybe the icon set is too much. Just saying that because it looks like full-on illustrations. They look amazing, but we've got to be simple with the app. We don't want these icons down at the bottom of our phones. If you look at any icon at the bottom of your phone from, like, you know, a Barclays bank app or whatever, you can see how simple they are. We go here, and again, you've put cards in here. So these cards look really funky. I like the look of them. The Paziel brand works incredibly well in there, actually. You've got the composition right and everything. Takes visas, okay, and you've got Paziel there, very nice. Your app, I love the color choices and the gradients. Again, the blue with the nice gradient. It's like a matte gradient. I think that works really well for branding in general like this. I like the way that you've got everything set up on here. Your actual icons down here on the navigation. So I was wrong before, you've done a good job keeping those icons really simple. So well done on that. Have you given me loads of money? I haven't even given me $1,000. Well, near enough, basically $1,000. I like that. We've got some Payzeal actual branding assets here, which look really nice, really good. You're showing here that it's modern, showing the brand colors, zeal of online shopping. And then you're also using the app within there, showing people and showing potential buyers or potential customers of Payzeal that it is all about the mobile phone experience. These look really good. These illustrations are insane, dude. The colors and everything. So Yasser, I love the design. I think you've done a really good job. I think it's one of my favorite icons I've seen so far, just because of the simplicity that you've got in there. Just watch out, because this Y part here, add it back in. There's no need to take it away unless there was something in the brief. You may want to actually tell me why. So if you resubmit it, tell me why it's in there. Let me know. So when you're sending this to a client, the best thing to do would be to tell them why, and to have an illustration in there as to, we have chosen to take this part of the Y off because it makes more sense for this reason. You know, you've got to actually tell them you're working out in there. Anything that you're working out in your brain should be in here as the presentation. But dude, you've done such a good job with this. I love it. It's really modern. Well done. Guys, if you want to vote for Yasser, click the voting card up at the top left. Sorry if this is the wrong way around, but the next submission is from Fonto Thomas, or I'm just going to call you Thomas. So your logo is here. I like the look of this. This is very modern and kind of like retro, I would say. I like the look of that. It's super simplistic. You've got the P and the Z in there, I can tell. Very nice. It works black and white, works in an app really well in an app actually. Let's go over to the icon. Okay, so here's the logo type. In fact, you need to change that. The logo type needs to be changed. You want that to be the same thickness as the icon when displayed together, in my opinion. This is just, again, my opinion. I think it's too italicized, so if you get a thicker typeface in there, it'll probably make it look less italicized overall. I do love the icon though, you've done a great job, and the pattern that you've got going on there. Okay, let's have a look. I like your icons. These icons look awesome. Let's look at the mobile phone on the mock-ups. Right, again, so I would suggest making sure that you've got a thicker typeface. In fact, I'm gonna ungroup this because I need to be able to grab this. This is not centered, there we go, that's centered right there. Problem is, you've mathematically centered it, but you've got to optically center your work. So that looks a lot better now that it's centered in there. I like the way that you've got the app working. It looks very Nike-esque, or like very, what would you say, like exercise app-esque, if that's something that you could do. I mean, the pattern's okay, it kind of works. It doesn't say much about the company because you can't identify the logo in it. So I'd maybe work on that. And here's the scrap that you've got going on here. So you tried to go for Payzeal with the whole thing. So you had the same idea as me, and obviously you worked out it didn't work. And then you came all the way from a Z, like this, all the way down, simplified, and then you got to this point here, right? Where, or even this point here, where you like that, then you tried it normally, and then you're like, nah, let's create some movement and put it in here. Thomas, I really like the way that you've presented this. I think it looks really nice. Again, you need to change that. I'm not too sure about what anyone else says, but I think the icon works amazing. It works great, but get a new typeface that would work better for it, if that makes sense. A typeface that works like that is even thicker than usual. That's what I would suggest. This last submission of today is from Dominic. So here is your logo. That looks really professional. I really like that. That is really cool. So the cool thing about this is that you've gone ultra minimal and simple. So it just works. You haven't got nothing flash on the background. So the logo type and the icon just hits you. You can see here the icon. I don't know if it's got a Z in there. It probably does, that I can't see right now in my first initial impressions. But what I like is that it's showing like an idea or a thought bubble in there. It looks very money-esque as well, and I like that. I like it that it looks similar to other banking apps and different things to do with money. It looks trustworthy, it looks bold, and I like it. On to the next one. So here's the icon creation. Again, I'm always a believer in showing the grids. If you show grids to a client, you look 10 times better because it's like, ooh, how did you do that? You know, with the grids, what does it mean? And it makes you look a bit more accurate with your work. So you can see here, I think you've chosen the Fibonacci sequence to do this over here. I could be wrong, but you've got the dimensions right. And you see how the icon was made in the corners. Very nice. Did you know Paziel will send your money in 3 seconds? That's a really clever way of doing it. So here we've got the Paziel app on the right. And this is supposed to be like a banner ad, I think, which looks really cool. Oh, and you're showing me your sketches, dude. This is awesome. So the sketches are here, very rough, which I like to see. I like to see the most rough sketches ever because that means that you've actually, you know, started at the foundation. Does it work when it's bad? And this is why I like the logo, I think. So you can see here, we keep going. You've got a dollar sign there. Paziel, you've got these weird icons here. I can see what you're trying to do here with the overlap. Looks very nice. I like the P's and the Z's. And honestly, I understand now it's a P, it looks like a P. How did I miss that? And the font that you've used, the typeface is really nice. It's called Alumni Standard, I think, or Alumi, however you want to say it. I really like this typeface here, and the color choice that you use in here are really contrasting, so well done, it looks really good. So the actual concept of the work you've shown here with the letter P, plus the letter Z, plus the money transfer signs, which I guess you use them for money transfer in and out, looks really good. I like the look of that. And the way that you've presented this as well is presented as the brand, which is nice as well. A lot of companies like to see the brand being used to present the brand, because overall a brand is just conveying sort of like a personality of a company. Honestly, dude, your logo works really well. I like them in both sections here. I like this here, it looks very clean, looks very nice. I can't really complain too much about it. And I also like it in this section too. Well done, Dominic. If you guys wanted to vote for him, click the cards up at the top. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to send in your logo to the Come Design With Me series, then go and click that Milanote link down below in the description. I just want to thank the sponsor of this video, the people that make these videos happen, Squarespace. If you don't know what Squarespace is, it's basically a website builder. You can build your own amazing, professional and beautiful looking website very quickly using thousands of templates that are completely customizable. So no matter what you're trying to buy or create, whether it's an e-commerce website, a portfolio, a blog, you can do it very easily on Squarespace without people really knowing that you're on a Squarespace website. Even if you're a student that's going into university for design or coming out and looking for a job, Squarespace is great to have your portfolio on there, as you can edit and customize the whole website to your liking, showing your work and having a contact form on there to pick up some freelance projects from different people. I use Squarespace to show my work and to sell my brushes and to basically have my own little corner on the internet. If you'd like a free trial of Squarespace, click the link down below in the description. It'll be completely free to try it. And then you get like 10% off your first purchase if you decide to purchase. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please press that big fat red subscribe button. It is completely free to do so. Also, if you did like it, press that like button. If you didn't like it, press the dislike button twice. And for anyone who doesn't know, I have a little join button on my channel now. Please give it a share, give it a retweet, do whatever you can to share this with people. I would love more and more people to become part of this competition. See you soon. Have a good week and goodbye.